What up guys, it's Matty Mish. We're here at Cesar Chavez Park. It's a Mudkip nest, so we're going to try to see if we could get enough for a Swampert so we could evolve all three of our Hoenn Starters. And if you look here, we'll start off with the Larvitar catch, and my storage is full. Since we already got our 100% IV Pidgey, we'll go ahead and transfer this 94 CP. Then I want to try to not use my Pineapps today, but since Larvitar is a rare spawn and we use a lot of rare candies on him, I'm gonna go ahead and just use a Great Ball Pineapp on him. So we got the nice throw, second one. The first one he jumped on us. Nice. So we got it. We went ahead and got our Larvitar. That will be our first catch, 6-day streak. 700 Stardust. Oh, I should have dropped a lucky egg. We'll go ahead and do that now since we do have a lot of them. And then since Swablu takes 400 candies, we're gonna go ahead and IV check 3 of them for now. Just have some room for that Mudkip. Keep that one for now. Keep that one for now. Transfer this one. And we'll transfer this one. Then we'll go ahead for this Mudkip. And it's 502, so we'll go ahead and try a Pokeball on it. Should have used a regular berry. If it's anything low CP, then we'll start going with the Pineapps to make sure we get to our 150 today. That way we have enough for Marshtomp and Swampert. We have a lot of golden Razzes, so we'll go ahead and use that because I don't want to use too many Ultra Balls just yet. So we got the nice throw on the Mudkip, second throw. Nice, and we got it. So that gives us 3 candies, so we're at 106 total. We'll go ahead and get our 6-day streak. And then it looks like the next Mudkip's right over there. We'll go ahead and go for this Rattata just for the Stardust, and then we'll make our way over there to get their second Mudkip. This Rattata's jumping out on us. There we go, so we get the Rattata, and then that Mudkip is right there. We'll go ahead and get this stop first. Oh, that's right, and we do have some eggs. I'll put the 2 5s we have in incubation. I'm going to try to save up the 10s to do 10s all at once. So we'll just go ahead and should have used super incubators on them, but we'll use regular ones. So we probably won't hatch these today. Then we'll transfer that Rattata we just got. $321, so we will Pineapp and Ultra it. Nice, and we got it down with the Pineapp, so that should bring us to 112. So we're at 112 candies, and there's one. Looks like it's kind of far away, so we'll get over there and then we'll meet up with you guys back over there. So we're actually at a double Mudkip spawn. Actually, one of them just despawned. Collection is still full. We'll go ahead and check this Mudkip we got, and since it has bad IVs, we'll transfer it on out. And then we'll go with 370, so we'll go ahead and Pineapp it. Then we'll actually walk down further here since that's where the second one's spawn was at. And this Mudkip broke free, so we're gonna go ahead and just regular bury it first. We'll still use the Ultra Ball since it jumped out of the Ultra Ball with the pineapple before. This one's just not going down, so we are gonna golden raspberry it because I don't want to lose it. So we'll go ahead and throw a golden at it. We'll get some curve action on this throw. It's actually raining here a bit, and it's causing the throws to be a little bit off, but we got it on that try. Nice, so we got the Mudkip, we got 3 candies for it. Then we'll see if the other one was able to respawn. So we're at 116 and the other one was not able to respawn. And there's none in the area, so we'll go ahead and walk around, see what we could find. And I think we're gonna make a left here to see if there's anything over to the left now that we actually made it in the park and we're not in the parking lot anymore. Still no Mudkip in the area, so we'll see you once we find some more. Yeah, it looks like we got the second one to spawn. We were walking more towards back there. It was the right, but now it's the left. And there's actually another double spawn here. So we actually have to clean out our storage. So let's go. I don't want to clear out the Mudkips just yet. Let's see. Snuggle, how many of you do we have? Everything has good IDs. So we'll go ahead and get rid of some Whalmers that have bad IVs just because they're also 400 to evolve. So we'll go ahead and get rid of 2 for now. This one has bad IV, so we'll go ahead and transfer this one out. And then this one has bad IV, so we'll transfer this one out. And then we'll hopefully both are still there, so we'll go for the furthest one first so it doesn't despawn on us. 539, so we will golden raz it and ultra ball it. Nice, so we got the first Mudkip. And so we're at 119 and we'll go for the second one. We will attempt to pineapple this one. So we'll see if we could get this one down on the first try. 1 shake, 2 shake, 3 shake. Nice, so we got that, so that should get us about 121, I believe, if my math is correct. So that gets us 6 candy, 640 XP, and we're at 125, so we only need 25 more to get to our Swampert. Once again, there's none in the area, but they seem to be spawning pretty frequently, so we'll continue on this walking path and see if we can find another one. And as I do that, I'm going to clear out my storage, that way when we get there we have enough room to get them. So we actually came by a Mudkip and a Barboche, so we'll go for the Mudkip first since that's the reason why we came here and we have enough for Wish Cash. It's 560, so we will go ahead and Golden Raz and Pokeball in the first try. There's still a yellow ring around it, so if not, we'll move up to a Great Ball, try to save some of the Ultras we have. Nice, and we got it down on the first try. So that should bring us to 128, so we are on our way to Swampert. And once again, once we do get enough, we will evolve on Lucky Egg to both Blaziken, Sceptile, and Swampert. And then we'll go for this Barboche right here. We'll just Pokeball it since we already have enough for our Whiscash. We'll see if we could get him on the first try too. Nice, and we do. So we'll go ahead and IV check him and we'll most likely go ahead and transfer him on out. So he has bad IV, so we'll transfer him on out, so we'll have 71 candies total. And there's one on the tracker, but it's all the way back from where we were. So I'm not sure if we're going to go back right yet and get it. We'll still try to continue along on this path and see if we could find any more on the path. And then if not, we'll make our way back over there. And then it is 4 times XP with the Lucky Egg, double XP without it. So that's why I'm going to try to grind today, get this, and then later on before this double XP event ends on the 15th of March, I'm going to go ahead and do an evolution of where we're getting every single Pokemon from that first Hoenn release evolved, except for Slacking and Gardevoir, since I don't have a Ralts yet, and since I don't have a good IV Slack Off or Vigoroth. So every single Pokemon besides those two from that first release we're going to go ahead and evolve. So we'll go ahead and continue that way, but there is a double spawn at where we first started off, all the way over there. So we're going to make our way back there and see if we could get the Mudkips over there. Depending on how much we could find recently, I might go ahead and start using the Pineapple because I want to make sure we can get to our Swampert today. So we're going to make our way along this path. I'll get this stop. We'll make our way along the path, and then I did get some stops off camera, so I do have 4 eggs in incubation right now. We definitely will hatch that 2K today, and then hopefully we could get the 5K, maybe not today, but hopefully in a video sooner. That way I could collect more of these 10Ks while the event's going on, and see if I could get them, and we'll dip over to the side and get this Omanite. He's a low CP, so we'll transfer him out. We won't use any berries. We do have a couple Omastars. If he's good IV, we'll keep him. If he's bad, we'll transfer him out. Broke out that first one, so we'll try it one more time. He does have a green ring with the Pokeball, so we're not going to use a Great or an Ultra on him. I'll save those for the Mudkips, and we do get him on the second try. We'll keep him for now, but we might need to transfer some out because we only have 3 remaining spots left. And then I also need to make sure that I could clean out my bag, and we are making our way towards where that the Mudkips are. It's on the other side of that pond that's over there, so we're going to keep on going, see if we can find any along the way, and as soon as we do, we'll catch back with you guys. So we're back at the Cesar Chavez Park parking lot. My camera ran out of battery. Oh, we have another egg about to hatch, so let me turn on my screen recorder. And we hatched the other one before, and it was a Swablu. These are event eggs. I didn't know Swablu spawned during windy weather. I knew Aber did. We'll check the IV, and then we might just get rid of it. We'll hold on for it for now. We did get a couple Mudkips along the way. So if you go in and we search for Mudkip, we're at 143, so we need 3 more, I would say. That way we get over 150, and then we'll have enough for our Swampert. We do have one that's right up there, so we're going to go walk over there and get it. And then there are 2 others in the sightings, as well as the Laleep, which I don't have yet. So as soon as we get to that next Mudkip, I'll go ahead and drop the Lucky Egg. We'll do some hunting. We'll get that Laleep, the other 2 Mudkips, and then right when that Lucky Egg gets down to about maybe like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, we'll go ahead and start our evolution. So once we get to that Mudkip, we'll see you guys then. So we did find the first Mudkip, so I'm going to go ahead and drop our final Lucky Egg for today. I'll go ahead and spin this stop first. Then we'll go ahead for the Mudkip, and we're saving our pineapple berries now, and I'm serious about it since we only need 3 more Mudkips. So we'll go ahead and we'll go for this first one. Ice cream truck, I haven't seen those in forever. And I should bury it because Mudkips and actually any starters are actually really hard to catch. So we'll go ahead with the Pokeball one more time. There's a green ring around the area, and because of the noise, and people probably are going to start coming here for the ice cream soon, so I'm going to keep moving a bit. So we got the Mudkip, and then also this way you guys could probably hear me better without that like right behind me. So we get 400 XP, 3 candies, 100 Stardust, and we're at 146. So if we have 2 more, that should bring us to the 152, and that should be enough for our Swampert. And then there are 2 more in the area. There's actually a lot more in the area. So we'll go ahead and get some of those. We'll get the Laleep, and then we'll meet up with you guys as soon as we get those. Yeah, we actually just found the double Mudkip spawn, so this should get us enough for our Swampert. So we'll go for this first one. 807, so we're definitely going to go ahead and Golden Raz this. Then we'll try a Great Ball since we have 7. I don't want to use any Ultra Balls just yet. So we got a great throw with the Great Ball. It had like a yellowish ring around it, I think. Might have been yellow-green, but with the CP I'm thinking more of just a yellow. So we go ahead and get it on the first try. So that gives us 800 XP, 3 candies, 100 Stardust. Quick IV check. Has good IVs, but I do have one with a perfect attack IV, so that's the one we'll evolve into Swampert. And then we'll go for this one. And this one should be our Swampert. So as I always do, the first try is just going to be a regular throw with a Pokeball. No great, excellent, or nice on that one, so I'm not sure if it'll stay, and it doesn't, so we'll keep it at a Pokey and we'll go, let's just go regular berry on this one, and then next we will go golden, and it's a orange reddish ring around it. So we'll go golden this time, and we'll just go regular Pokeball. And it has an orange ring around it this time, so if it breaks out of this one, we'll go golden and great next try. But we don't need to worry about that because we did just get it, and that should get us 152 candies, and that'll get us to our Swampert, 400 XP, 152 candies. And now we will start making our way to the Lilith. There's also a Mudkip at that one, so we'll go over there, see if we could find it, get the Lilith added to our Pokedex on this lucky egg. And then we'll catch some Mudkips along the way, so we'll see you guys over there. So I don't know if this is the Lilith that was on the tracker, but we do have one right here. The collection is full as always. I did catch a couple Mudkips on the way, so we'll go ahead and see if this one has that bad IVs and transfer this one out. Now that I do have enough for Mudkips and we do have a low battery, now that I do have enough for Swampert, I can go ahead and transfer them out. We'll just transfer that one for now, so we have this room for the Lilith, and this will be our Pokedex edition Lilith. If I could get a good spin on the ball going. So we get a nice throw on the Lilith. We'll try this first try. This will be a Dex edition. I have seen a couple, but I didn't want to catch any off camera. And we will go ahead and, you know what, we'll just go berry on it. We'll go berry and just regular Pokeball. Oh wow, we got the excellent try, and I didn't even mean to throw that one. It just kind of slipped off my hands with the slippery screen with some of the raindrops on it. It's not really raining bad here, just a light drizzle. So we go ahead and we get the Lilith. So that'll be a Dex edition. We get 2,840 XP for it with the quadruple XP since we do have the lucky egg down. And we'll get it registered, and it does need 50 to evolve. So we have 3 out of that 50, and then as soon as we get the 50, we'll go ahead and evolve it. It is pretty close to the edge. It doesn't have great IVs, but we still need a lot more before we can evolve, so hopefully we'll get a better IV one before then. And then also looking at our eggs, we are at 3 out of 5. So I'm going to go ahead and incubate this one now in a super incubator, because that way it'll be 3.3 and it'll hatch right after those 3 5Ks. So that gives us 2,840 XP. That was not the Lilith, so there's another one ahead with Mudkip at that stop as well. There's another Mudkip as in the on the tracker, so we're gonna go ahead and get there, see if we could get those. I'll turn off the screen recorder now since we're at 9% battery, and then we'll try to evolve before the battery runs out. So we'll see you guys over there. So we came back to my truck because we're running low on battery. We're at 6%, but I'm plugged in now. We were at 5, and then we do have some lucky egg evolutions to do, and we have about let's see, 9 minutes left on the lucky egg. But we came across a Whiscash, so we'll go ahead, or a Whismur. I'm sorry, I'm getting that confused with Barbocha's evolution. And this will be a Dex entry for us, so we're just going to try to no-berry it on the first try. Since we didn't actually get it in the ball, we're going to try it one more time. It has a yellow ring around it, so we'll see if we could go ahead and get it. Oh, and it broke free. Don't run. We will use just a regular raspberry and a Pokeball on this one. Green ring. It's hard to get a nice throw on those small ones, but we'll attempt it. 2 shakes. 3 shakes. Nice. So we'll go ahead and add Whismur to the Pokedex. So that's 2,440 XP. We do get 25 extra Stardust, so 125 total for it being a weather spawn. And Whismur does evolve. Oh, that evolves to Loudred. I did not know that at 12 candies. So once we get a couple more, we will be able to evolve. And I'm going to do a quick IV check, even though I'm pretty sure of the ones I want to evolve. We do have 8 minutes left, so I'll go ahead and do that quick IV check. As soon as I do that, I'll get right back with you guys. So we have about 5.5, a little actually like 540 left with the lucky egg. So we're going to go ahead and start with our evolutions. So since Trico is the first one in the dex, we'll go ahead and start with our first evolution for him. We will go with this 96% IV. If you look at its appraisal, it could battle with the best of them. Best quality is attack. Its defense is great too, and its stats are the best I've ever seen, no doubt about it. Your Trico's a little small for its kind, don't you think? That's what I think. See ya. So we will go ahead and evolve this Trico and get our Dex edition. So Trico's going up. Send that orb. Nice, and we just evolved our Trico. I'm not very sure of its second name, so that's why I've been trying not to say it. But we'll go ahead and register it to the Pokedex. Grovyle, that's what I thought it was, just wasn't 100% sure. So before we get our Sceptile, we're going to go ahead and the next one in the Dex is Torchic. So we'll go ahead and get our 872, this is a 93% Torchic. It has 12 attack and 15 for HP and defense, but we'll still go ahead and evolve it to our Combuskin. And I thought I clicked the evolve button. Uh-oh, Pokemon Go's freezing out on me. Oh, nice, here we go. So Torchic's going up. This will be your Pokedex edition Torchic, or not Torchic, Combuskin. Nice, so we get Combuskin and we add it to the Dex. And then we'll go to Mudkip and get our Marshtomp. Keep on wanting to click that to evolve, but we'll go ahead and evolve Mudkip, that thing on the side where you could appraise or transfer. For some reason, I always want to go there to evolve. But our Mudkip's going up, and that's in that orb, and we'll get, nice, our Marshtomp. So we'll add a Marshtomp to the Pokedex. And now before we get our Sceptile, Blaziken, and Swampert, I'm going to do just one more evolution of each. That way I have them just available. So we will go back to our Trico. And the 593 is the one that we'll get to Grovyle. I probably should have done this the other way around. That way I could have just went straight up to Sceptile from here. But then again, I'll just do all these second evolutions and then get them to their third. So that's our second Grovyle we have, and now we'll go ahead and get our second Torchic. So we'll bring this Torchic up to Combuskin, 771 CP. And our Torchic's going up. Nice, and it gets us our second Combuskin. So before we go ahead and get our Blaziken, we'll just get our one last Mudkip over to Marshtomp. So we'll do this 534. So we'll go ahead and evolve Mudkip and get our one last Marshtomp, and then we'll go ahead and do our final third evolutions. So our Mudkip's going up and we get our Marshtomp. So next up, we're going to do some more Dex editions. We're going to do our Sceptile, our Blaziken, and our Swampert. So we'll go ahead and start with Sceptile, since he's the one that's first in the Pokedex. And we'll bring our 982 Grovyle, and I'm just going to make sure it's the one we want, which it is. And we'll bring this one over to Sceptile. This will be our Pokedex edition Sceptile, and we are going to be getting all of our starters to their third evolutions today. So this is 1 out of 3. Grovyle's in that orb. Nice, and we get our Sceptile. That's awesome. 96% Sceptile registered to the Dex. and I can't wait to see his CP 1680. And there it is, our Dex Edition Sceptile. Next up, we'll go ahead and do our Blaziken. So for Combuskin, we'll go this 1344 Combuskin, and we'll evolve it over to Blaziken. Now this Pokemon is at 35%, or not 35%, it's at 93% IVs, 15 on HP and defense, 12 on attack, so it's a little low on the attack side, but it is a 93%, and it's at level 35 already. So this should be a huge CP, and there it is, our Dex Edition Blaziken. Nice, 2,414 CP, and there's our Dex Edition Blaziken. Next up, we're going to do our Dex Edition Swampert. So we'll bring this 912 Marshtomp up to Swampert. And this will be our final Dex Edition. We'll get all three of the Hoenn Starters to their third edition, or to their third evolution in the Pokedex. And here it is, our Swampert. Nice. This is a 91% Swampert, and it does have 15 attack IV, and then our Sceptile also has a 15 attack IV. So there it is, 1592 with Water Gun and Surf, which I believe is the best moveset for Swampert. Nice, and we get our Swampert to the Dex. So we'll go ahead and see how much XP we get with that. It should be quadruple with the Lucky Egg. So here we go. And our Lucky Egg is out. We get 28,000 XP. I think we got all of it on the Lucky Egg. I hope so. I'm not sure. I'll have to go back and double check, and I'll let you guys know. But that does it from Cesar Chavez Park. If you do go into our Pokedex, we'll go by number. I'll bring down and I'll show you them one more time. So if you scroll down through the Tricos, here's our Sceptile, 1687 CP on the Sceptile, 96% IV with perfect attack and defense. Then if you scroll down a little bit more, you'll see our Dex Edition Blaziken, level 35, 2414 CP. Fire Spin and Focus Blast. I think I want to use a TM on that one a little bit later to get it as a fighting. And this one's a 93% IV with perfect HP and defense and a 12 attack. So there's our Dex Edition Blaziken. And then if you scroll down a little bit more, you'll see our Dex Edition Swampert, 1592 CP, Water Gun and Surf, which I believe is the best moveset. And it's 91% IV. It does have 15 attack. So there's our Dex Edition Swampert. And that'll do it from here from Cesar Chavez Park. We got some Mudkips. We were able to evolve to our final evolution of all three Hoenn Starters. We brought Trico up to Grovyle and then to Sceptile. So that's 2 Dex Editions right there. We're able to bring our Torchic to Combuskin and Blaziken for an extra 2 Dex Editions. And then we were also able to get Combuskin and Blaziken. So that's 6 Dex Editions we got from evolutions. We were also able to add Laleep and Wishmer to the Pokedex. So overall today we got 8 Dex Editions, which is great. And thank you guys for watching. That does it from Cesar Chavez Park, and we'll see you guys next time. And real quick guys, before we leave, I do just want to bring you into here, bring us to the Pokedex and go to the Hoenn Pokedex. We now have 58 Pokemon from the Hoenn region in the Dex, and we have those first 2 lines filled out. There you'll see with our Sceptile, we've seen 2, caught 1 because we did see 1 in the gym when we were raiding. I don't think we actually saw it in the gym. I think it was just in the gym while the raid was on, so it got registered. And then the same with our Blaziken. It says we've seen 2, caught 1 because of the same thing with the gym. And then for Swampert, it only says 1 out of 1. I saw 1 on top of a gym before, but I didn't click on the gym. So if you go to our Sceptile, you'll see that we'll actually start with Grovyle. And actually, let's go ahead and start with all of them. From Trico, it says Wood Gecko Pokemon. Trico has small hooks on the bottom of its feet that enable it to scale vertical walls. This Pokemon attacks by slamming foes with its thin tail. With its thick tail, I'm sorry. Little tongue twister right there. Grovyle is seen 2, caught 2 Wood Gecko Pokemon, also just like Trico. The leaves growing out of Grovyle's body are convenient for camouflaging it from enemies in the forest. This Pokemon is a master at climbing trees in the jungle. And then finally our Sceptile, forest Pokemon. The leaves growing out on Sceptile's body are very sharp-edged. This Pokemon is very agile. It leaps all over branches of trees and jumps on its foes from above or behind. And then also if you scroll down there, you can see it's a full evolution tree of Trico, Grovyle, and Sceptile. So we'll move on to Torchic next. It's a chick Pokemon. Torchic sticks with its trainer, following behind with unsteady steps. This Pokemon breathes fire of over 1,800 degrees Fahrenheit, including fireballs that leave the foe scorched black. Next is our Combuskin, young fowl Pokemon. Combuskin toughens up its legs and thighs by running through fields and mountains. This Pokemon's legs possess both speed and power, enable it to dole out 10 kicks in 1 second. And then finally our Blaziken, Blaze Pokemon. In battle, Blaziken blows out intense flames from its wrist and attacks foes courageously. The stronger the foe, the more intensity this Pokemon's wrists burn. And now if you go to the bottom, you'll see its evolution tree of Torchic, Combuskin, and Blaziken down there. Oops, and then didn't mean to exit out of that, meant to go to Mudkip. Mudkip's a mudfish Pokemon. The fin on Mudkip's head acts as a highly sensitive radar. Using this fin to sense movements of water and air, this Pokemon can determine what is taking place around it without using its eyes. Next is Marshtomp, mudfish Pokemon just like Mudkip. The surface of Marshtomp's body is enveloped by a thin, sticky film that enables it to live on land. This Pokemon plays in mud on beaches when the ocean tide is low. And then finally our Swampert, mudfish Pokemon. Swampert is very strong. It has enough power to easily drag a boulder weighing more than a ton. This Pokemon also has powerful vision that lets it see in even in murky water. And then if you go to the bottom, you'll see Mudkip, Marshtomp, and Swampert in the evolution tree. And then while we're here in the decks, we'll go down to the Whismur. It's a Whisper Pokemon. Normally Whismur's voice is very quiet. It is barely audible even if one is paying close attention. However, if this Pokemon senses danger, it starts crying at an ear-splitting volume. And then down there, it does evolve to Loudred and an Exploud. So we'll definitely go ahead and stock up on some candies to be able to evolve to them. And then if you scroll down some more, we should see Lileep. Or maybe Lileep was before. Oh no, there it is right here. So Lileep is a sea lily Pokemon. So Lileep becomes very extinct approximately 100 million years ago. This ancient Pokemon attaches itself to a rock on the seafloor and catches approaching prey using tentacles shaped like flower petals. So that's our Lileep, and now it makes sense why we did see it at a non-stop, because there is water around here. So even though it's not a Lileep nest, that's probably why we did see it a little bit. So those are our 8 Dex editions. And then that does it from Cesar Chavez Park. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.